Hey everybody, welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy, and today is actually part one of a two-part Tween Tuesday super special. So what's going to happen today is I'm going to teach you how to make homemade Play-Doh out of flour, salt, water. You'll see all the ingredients once we get to the video. After that, next week, I'm going to show you how to use apps on your phone or an iPad, tablet, anything you've got to make a stop-motion claymation video using the clay that you've made today, or if you already had clay at home, then using that clay. So without further ado, let's go to our homemade Play-Doh. Okay, it looks like we are ready to go. Let me tell you what you're going to need to make today's salt dough. You're going to need flour, salt, water, food coloring, something to measure it with, and a bowl to mix it all in. The very first thing we're going to do is measure out our flour. Now, the recipe that I'm giving you today does have exact measurements, but you can make this with ratios, and I will explain to you what that means in just a second. Let me get my mixing bowl. This can get a little bit messy, so you might want to do this in a kitchen, a bathroom, or outside. Okay, we are going to measure out 1 cup of flour. I'm using a half cup measurement, so we're going to measure out 2 of these. And I already made a little bit of a mess. Now, what I mentioned before about cooking in ratios, that means that even if you don't have a specific measurement, you can still do the recipe as long as you know how much goes to how much of what. So, for example, here we're doing a cup of flour, and then what we're going to do next is half a cup of salt. What that tells you is that whatever you use to measure the flour, either a cup or a spoon if you want to make a very, very tiny amount of dough, or 10 cups, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do with the flour, right now, 1, you're going to do half as much with the salt. So for 1 cup of flour, that's a half cup of salt. For 10 cups of flour, that's 5 cups of salt. That's what it means when you use ratios. The relationship of one to another. So this is another half cup measure, so we're going to measure out a half cup of salt, which might take about 10,000 years because this is very slow. It doesn't have to be super exact. You're going to be able to adjust later. This isn't like baking where you have to be really specific about everything, which is nice. And like I said, you can make more of this, you can make 10 cups, or you can make less of this. So if you used half a cup of flour, for example, you would only use a 1/4 cup of salt. Okay. Alright, that's about a half cup. And I already have measured out a half cup of water. I'm not going to add all of it at once, though. I'm going to add most of it and then leave a little bit at the end. Just a little tiny bit. I got my spoon, and we're going to mix it. Pretty soon, though, you're going to have to put your hands right in this, so just be ready to get a little bit messy. Okay, so do you see how my hands are a little bit sticky after handling this? This is where the adjustments are going to come into play. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit more flour. And it's just going to go back and forth. If it's too crumbly and dry, then add a little bit more water. If it's too sticky and wet, add a little bit more flour. You don't want to go overboard, just like a couple sprinkles and, maybe a few drops here and there of the water. Just to get the dough to feel like Play-Doh. It should be soft and moldable, but not sticky. Still a little bit sticky, but you're going to want to play with it a little bit just to make sure. Cool. Now that the dough looks like it is pretty much done, I'm going to split it into 6 parts because that's how many food dyes I have. You don't have to do this, but I would like to because Play-Doh comes in lots of different colors. So why wouldn't I want to make colored clay as well? Let's do this. It's going to be very hard to do this very evenly, but I'm going to go ahead and try. I only got 5 and I don't really want to make them any smaller, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip purple for right now. This first one I'm going to start with is blue. I'm using gel food coloring because it's a little bit stronger than regular liquid food coloring. If you do add liquid, you're still going to get a good result. You just have to use less gel, and that's what I have at home. Now remember, the more dye that you add, the stronger the color is going to be. The dough is already white, so whatever it mixes with is going to make it a little lighter. And just be prepared to get food coloring all over your hands. It will wash off, I promise. It is non-toxic, and it washes off pretty well. But it is going to get very messy at first. Okay, that was a lot of mixing, but now I have my 5 colors. Red was definitely the hardest to make, and it might be the hardest to make for you too. Keep in mind, you might have to use a lot of red to get it to be this deep, so it's okay if it comes out kind of more of a pinkish red. Just keep that in mind. Also, one thing to keep in mind is the more food coloring that you have to add to these, the wetter that they're going to become. So you might have to add a little bit more flour. Have some flour ready to go. And then the third tip I can give you is to put a little bit of flour on your hands. Just sprinkle it and rub it on your hands before you start mixing it, because that will keep a lot of the food coloring off of your hands, and it will make it a lot easier to mix the dough. So there you have it, 5 colors of homemade dough. Okay, so that was easy, right? Yeah, you guys can totally do this. If you have the ingredients at home, then it is just a little bit messy, but otherwise pretty easy to make, and you come out with something really cool, fun to play with. And next week I'm going to show you how to turn these into a claymation movie using apps on your phone or tablet. So tune in then, and until next Tuesday, happy crafting. Bye.